What is this? How can you serve like this?
I'm sorry, Ma.
Chinedu and Ada were married for a few years. They had 3 children, and though they were not rich, their home was full of love and laughter. Ada was a curvy, strong woman with long box braids, and she was beautiful, confident, and caring. Chinedu loved her deeply. He was tall, handsome, and kind. Every morning, the children would run around the house and Ada would call them for breakfast. Chinedu would help get the children ready for school. Sometimes he cooked, sometimes Ada cleaned. They did everything together. Their neighbors often admired how happy and peaceful their home was. One day, Chinedu's mother came for a visit. She had a stern look. At first, Ada welcomed her warmly, offering her a seat and a cold drink. Chinedu was cheerful as usual, smiling and laughing. But the mother soon began whispering to her son when Ada was nearby. "You know, your wife is a little too bold," she said. "She thinks she can control you. She does not respect you." Chinedu didn't know how to respond. He loved Ada, but the words lingered in his mind. Every time she came, she would complain about small things. If Ada cooked dinner in a way she didn't like, she would say, "How can you let her do this to my son?" If Ada called Chinedu by his name, she would say, "She has no respect." Slowly, the tension started building in the home. Chinedu began to see problems where there were none. The laughter faded, and quiet arguments started in the evenings. Ada noticed the change and tried to talk to Chinedu. "Why are we fighting so much? What is happening to us?" she asked. But he could not answer properly. After months of tension, one evening, after a long argument, Ada packed her things. She said, "I cannot stay in this home like this anymore. I will take the children and leave." Chinedu tried to stop her, but he didn't. The house became quiet. The walls that once held laughter now held silence. Chinedu sat alone, feeling the first pangs of regret. Chinedu realized quickly that life without Ada was not the same. The house was empty, quiet, and cold. He missed the laughter of his children, Ada's cooking, and even the small arguments that had once felt normal. Finally, he decided to find her. He went from market to market, asking neighbors and friends. After days of searching, he found her. Ada had been working hard to support her children, working under the hot sun, selling water on the street. She looked tired but strong. Chinedu fell to his knees and begged her, "Please, Ada, come back. I was wrong. I should have protected you. I should have protected our home." Ada studied him for a long moment. She saw sincerity in his eyes. Slowly, she nodded. "I will come back," she said, "but only if we promise to live differently." The family returned home, trying to rebuild peace. Ada and Chinedu talked more. They laughed again. The children played in the yard, and everything felt normal once more. But soon, Chinedu's mother returned. She looked at Ada with disapproval. "I thought you sent her away. This woman is controlling you," she said. Chinedu defended his wife. "Mother, Ada is my wife. She has borne my children. She is not controlling anyone." His mother did not listen. A few days later, she came again with another woman. "This one will respect you," she said. "She will not argue with you. She will obey." Chinedu was shocked. Ada quietly left the room, murmuring, "Maybe he cannot decide for himself. Maybe I have no choice." Chinedu started noticing small issues again. He complained about Ada's cooking, how she spoke, even how she dressed. Ada, hot and tired, began to see the pattern. One evening, she packed her things again, took the children, and left. Chinedu's mother had won. His home was empty again, and the walls that once held laughter were now silent. At first, the second wife seemed polite, but soon her true nature appeared. She refused to clean the house, did not care for the children properly, and often ignored Chinedu's requests. When he asked her to tidy the home, she said sharply, "I am not your servant. If you want someone to clean for you, call your mother." Chinedu felt shocked and helpless. The home became messy, noisy, and tense. He realized too late that no one could replace Ada's warmth and care. He began regretting listening to his mother. The laughter of his children was gone. Peace had disappeared. Chinedu could only sit alone at night, thinking about the mistakes he had made. Meanwhile, Ada was working hard to survive. She carried buckets of cold water under the sun, calling, "Pure water, cold water." Life was hard and the sun was hot. People often ignored her, but Ada never gave up because she had to care for her children. One day, a wealthy man noticed her strength and determination. He observed her silently for days. Finally, he approached her. He was handsome, well-dressed, and kind. He offered her help, but not charity, respect. Over time, he fell in love with her determination and honesty. Ada married him. She moved into a big mansion with her children. Everything changed. The children went to good schools, and Ada finally found peace. Her life had changed completely, but it was the result of her hard work and resilience. Chinedu was desperate. He missed Ada and his children terribly. He went from place to place, asking neighbors, friends, and even strangers if they had seen her. Finally, someone gave him directions to a beautiful mansion outside the city. Cars lined the driveway. The house had large gates and a lush garden. Chinedu's mother and he approached nervously. They knocked. A tall, well-dressed man opened the gate. Inside, the mansion was luxurious. Everything sparkled, and it was clear that someone wealthy lived there. They saw Ada standing confidently. Her children were playing happily. Bags were packed for travel. She had already arranged for a car and driver. Chinedu fell to his knees. "Ada, please come home," he begged.
Ada looked at him calmly. "Your home and not mine. This is my home and you can see my husband," she said. She held up her passport. "My children and I are leaving the country. We have a new life now." She then turned to her husband. "Honey, let's go." Chinedu began crying. Tears streamed down his face. His mother covered her face in regret, saying, "What have I done? What have I done?" Ada did not look back. She got into the car. The engine started. The car drove away. Chinedu stayed on the ground alone. The lesson was clear. A happy home can be destroyed by listening to the wrong voice. Do not allow anyone to control your marriage. Respect, trust, and communication are the keys to keeping peace in a family.